the Annika Pro-Am. As it says here, it will take the Gamebridge ambassador Caitlin Clark returns to play this Wednesday. No, not this Wednesday. In the Wednesday, November 12th, Pro-Am at Pelican Golf Club as part of the Annika driven by Gamebridge at Pelican.
Okay, so the LPGA just pulled off what might be the smartest business move we'll see all year in 2025. But here's the thing. It actually exposes a huge problem in women's basketball right now. You've got Caitlin Clark's own league still trying to figure out how to market her, while golf is going all in, totally cashing in on her popularity for the second year in a row. And listen, those numbers from last year, they were absolutely massive.
Clark will play Wednesday, November 12th at Pelican Club. Pro-Am tickets are $25, and event organizers. Now peep this. Business is booming when Caitlin is involved. Pro-Am tickets are $25, and event organizers saw demand increase 1,200% for the Pro-Am because of Clark, one of the most popular figures in the sports world. 1,200%.
All right, check this out. Attendance skyrocketed by 200%. Just let that sink in for a second. Ticket demand didn't just rise, it went through the roof. We're talking a full-on surge, doubling the crowd size, and all because one basketball star decided to swing a golf club. The wild part? Every major sports league in the U.S. knows exactly how big Caitlin Clark's influence is. The NFL gets it, the NBA gets it, even the LPGA gets it. But somehow, the WNBA is still out here trying to figure out what she's really worth.
And I believe they might even have they've got a statement from somebody. Caitlin Clark enjoyed her time at the Annika so much last year that she's running it back. The WNBA star will return to the LPGA Tour event at Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida, where she's scheduled to participate in the Pro-Am on November 12th.
So go ahead and circle November 12th on your calendar, because that's the day everything goes down at the Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. And trust me, it's shaping up to be one of the most watched golf events of the entire year. But here's the thing, it's not really about that massive $3.25 million purse. It's about Caitlin Clark. She's got this real, effortless crossover appeal that no marketing department could ever manufacture. Last time she played, the Golf Channel literally cut in mid-round just to follow her for interviews. Fans couldn't get enough. It was must-watch TV.
Dozen followers. Clark had thousands. She played the front nine with the world #1 Nelly Korda and back nine with golf icon Annika Sorenstam, the event's host. It was an honor to play the Pro-Am with Caitlin last year. The crowds were amazing, and we are excited for her to return to the Annika in November. Annika said she added such a great dynamic to our event, and her passion for golf and competitiveness were fun to witness firsthand.
Get this, Annika Sorenstam had some major praise for Caitlin Clark. She said the crowds were unbelievable, packed with energy, passion, and pure competitiveness. And let's be honest, that's not just some polite shout-out, that's one of the greatest golfers ever, giving props to a legit game changer. Normally, a Pro-Am group might pull a handful of spectators, maybe a dozen if you're lucky. But Caitlin, she had thousands trailing her every swing, turning what's usually a laid-back golf event into a full-blown spectacle.
Colton Herta and Marcus Erickson served as the caddies. Come on, man.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
I think the cool thing about that is just you felt the energy in the room, the amount of women sitting in there and so passionate about being a leader in their space, whether it was sport, whether it's business, whatever it is. I think that was what's so cool about it. And obviously getting to sit next to Annika on stage is pretty special for myself. So I think a lot of things that me and Annika said is we share a lot of the same values, and I think that's really cool, being driven, but so do they at the same time. Like, obviously we're, professional athletes who played sport or whatever it was, but at the same time in their lives, it all relates. And I think people at times forget that we're real humans too, and we're driven by the same things that they are, maybe just achieving things a little bit differently, and whatever it is, but you could just feel the energy and excitement in the room, and I thought that was what's so cool about it.
You can literally hear the excitement in her voice. This isn't some random sponsor appearance or a PR stunt for Caitlin Clark. She's genuinely pumped to be out there. She's talking about how much she looks up to Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam, and how she wants to actually sharpen her game and earn her spot alongside them. She's not there for the cameras or a quick photo op, she's there to compete, and that competitive fire she's got, it just never turns off.
Every league understands the value of Caitlin Clark. Every single league, and we're going to get into this article, every single league from Major League Baseball, the NFL, the NBA, everybody seems to understand the value that Caitlin Clark brings to the table, except guess who? Except who? The league she plays in, the WNBA. Kathy, in my opinion, this is the reason you got to go. This is the reason you have to go. All these WNBA players that was disrespecting fans, disrespecting Caitlin Clark fans, and all of this nonsense. Y'all don't understand the value she brings, but all of the leagues who are prospering and winning, they understand the value, and it's pretty sad.
And here's where things get real awkward for the WNBA. Every major sports league out there seems to completely understand Caitlin Clark's value, except for her own league. The LPGA, with just a simple sponsorship connection, is treating her like absolute gold, protecting her image, highlighting her star power, and cashing in the right way. Meanwhile, the WNBA is out here letting her get hacked, shoved, and disrespected night after night, still acting like she has to prove she deserves the spotlight. The contrast couldn't be more obvious.
Looks like she's going to participate in the same event that she was in last year, which garnered a hell of a lot of attention. A ton of attention. Caitlin Clark will run it back at the LPGA event. WNBA star will compete in the Annika Pro-Am. Annika Sorenstam.
Gamebridge didn't wait around for Caitlin Clark to blow up in the WNBA. They locked in early, back when she was still torching defenses at Iowa. They saw the vision before the draft, before the records, before the rookie hype even started. And now, Gamebridge is the title sponsor of this LPGA event, and they're reaping the rewards. Caitlin's presence doesn't just boost the tournament, it elevates the entire sport, builds her brand, and expands her empire. Meanwhile, her own league is still sitting there, debating if she's somehow too popular. Like, seriously?
She's had an endorsement deal with Gamebridge, the title sponsor of this LPGA event, since her senior season at the University of Iowa. See, Kathy, you're talking about without the WNBA, the girl wouldn't have been making $16 million. She been getting money with these people while she was at Iowa. She been getting to the bag before the WNBA. Sorry. That would never work here. The WNBA needs to be grateful of Caitlin Clark, not the other way around. Okay. I had an amazing time at Annika last November and participating in the Pro-Am alongside Nelly Korda.
Meanwhile, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert keeps insisting the league doesn't need to tweak its marketing strategy, that Caitlin Clark's success will just lift everyone up naturally. But here's the problem. That only works if you actually seize the moment. The LPGA got it right away. They saw that 120% ticket spike, those packed crowds, and said, yeah, let's run it back. That's not luck. That's smart, calculated business. You spot the opportunity, you move fast, and then you double down.
She's serious. She's really, really serious about this golf. Hosted by World Golf and LPGA Hall of Famer Annika Sorenstam, the Annika is the LPGA Tour's final full-field regular season event for 2025 and includes a $3.25 million purse. Quote, it was an honor to play in the Pro-Am with Caitlin last year. The crowds were amazing. We are excited for her return to the Annika in November, Sorenstam said in the statement. She's added such a great dynamic to our event. Her passion for golf competitiveness were fun to witness firsthand. You know who's also extremely competitive at golf? Michael Jordan will rip your heart out. He's competitive at everything. But, you know, just throwing another GOAT out in the arena there. I look forward to having her back and continuing to introduce the great game of golf to the next generation.
Check this out, that $3.25 million purse makes this the LPGA Tour's final full-field event of the 2025 season. That's a massive deal for players grinding for rankings, earnings, and keeping their tour cards. And Caitlin Clark showing up? She's not taking anything away from that. She's amplifying it. Her star power brings bigger crowds, more buzz, and sponsors getting serious bang for their buck. That ripple effect fuels future growth, larger purses, better exposure, and a sport that thrives on crossover appeal. This is how you build a league. You spotlight the star who pulls in new fans, and you let that light lift everyone around her.
Yeah. All roads lead to the Annika Pro-Am. Trust me. All roads, all cameras, all people will be tuned in for the Annika Pro-Am. Why? To see the GOAT, Caitlin.
Seriously, all eyes are going to be locked on the action here, and that's not an exaggeration. For one single day this November, a Pro-Am golf event in Florida is about to become the center of the entire sports world. And get this, it's not even the championship round. It's the Pro-Am, the warm-up, the exhibition. But it's already pulling more buzz than most full tournaments, all because Caitlin Clark is teeing off. That's the sheer power of crossover fame in 2025. And the best part? The LPGA isn't running from it, they're embracing it. They get that Caitlin spotlight doesn't take away from anyone else. It actually makes the whole stage shine brighter.
Down, Clark doesn't load her hands properly, but her athleticism to generate good club speed. Fans will see if things have improved next month. So, and like I said, that came out by The Athletic, aka the New York Times now.
Check this out. The Athletic actually sent Caitlin Clark's golf swing to a pro coach just for analysis. Think about that for a second. A major sports outlet putting serious resources into breaking down her mechanics like she's a top PGA contender. The takeaway? She's raw but insanely powerful, relying on pure athleticism over polished technique. But here's the real headline. Everything Caitlin does turns into content. Her swing, her warm-up, even practice shots, it all grabs national attention. That's what happens when you truly transcend your sport. She's not just a basketball star anymore, she's a full-blown cultural phenomenon, turning every single appearance into a major event.
In my opinion, this is the reason you gotta go. This is the reason you have to go. All these WNBA players that was disrespecting fans, disrespecting Caitlin Clark fans, and all of this nonsense. Y'all don't understand the value she brings, but all of the leagues who are prospering and winning, they understand the value, and it's pretty sad. We have an article by Scott Agnes. Hey, Scott, listen, man, I let bygones be bygones. I let bygones be bygones, bro. Just don't pull what you pulled again. Don't do it again. Let bygones be bygones. Salute to Scott Agnes. Caitlin Clark.
Honestly, the truth is, the WNBA should be thanking Caitlin Clark, not the other way around. I know that might sound a little harsh, but it's just reality. Caitlin was already a massive national brand before she even stepped on a WNBA court. Gamebridge saw it, Nike saw it, every major network saw it. The league didn't create Caitlin Clark, they've been benefiting from her star power. Yet instead of fully embracing that, too many people spent her rookie year downplaying her success and questioning all the hype. Meanwhile, the LPGA got it instantly. No jealousy, no drama, just open arms and smart, strategic business.
I thought we'd just check this out. This was from the Indiana Fever's official X page from last year.
Yeah. You got that.
You know how Michael Jordan's legendary competitiveness doesn't stop on the basketball court? It follows him straight onto the golf course, where every swing is a battle of pride. That same relentless drive defines Caitlin Clark. She's not just out there for fun. She grinds, she studies, she practices, and she truly respects the sport. That's why legends like Annika Sorenstam are praising her impact. Caitlin isn't faking it, she's genuinely elevating golf. She's mixing Jordan's fire with her own authenticity, showing the next generation what true athletic obsession looks like. Every single swing on the fairway carries the same intensity she brings to every three-pointer. And the LPGA isn't holding back at all. They openly say they love Caitlin Clark because she's just incredible for business. No sugarcoating, no marketing fluff. They fully admit she's the main draw, the reason ticket sales spike and broadcasts trend. And instead of fighting that reality, they're embracing it completely. That's what a truly smart partnership looks like. Caitlin gets to showcase her versatility and charisma. The LPGA gets a massive wave of new attention. Other players benefit from the exposure. Gamebridge strengthens its brand. Everyone wins when a league recognizes its star power and builds around it instead of trying to water it down. Now, Caitlin Clark only played 13 games this year because of the WNBA's short season, which makes what she does in the off-season even more important. Most athletes kind of fade into the background during those long breaks. Fans move on, the spotlight shifts, but Caitlin, she refuses to disappear. She's staying visible, relevant, and authentic through genuine passion projects like her golf. This isn't a PR stunt. She truly loves the game, embraces the competition, and uses it to keep her name, her energy, and her brand alive year-round. That's the difference between stars who fade and stars who dominate the conversation, no matter what season it is.
PGA loves Caitlin Clark. They know she's great for business. They know the numbers that come with having Caitlin Clark's name affiliated with the event. They know the pub that is gonna bring and everything that's gonna come with it. So obviously they are gonna do what's best for business. Unlike the WNBA,
Remember those $25 tickets that saw a 100% spike in demand? Let's break that down for a second. If organizers expected to sell around 1,000 tickets, suddenly 13,000 people were trying to get in. Even if they planned for 2,000, demand shot up to 26,000. That's not normal for golf, that's arena-level hype. And tournament officials know exactly why. Caitlin Clark is the draw, plain and simple. So this year, they're ready more tickets, expanded hospitality, bigger spaces, because when Caitlin's name is on the marquee, lightning doesn't just strike once, it sells out twice.
Nice. And Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam, two of the best in the game, Clark said in a statement. I'm honored to be the ambassador for the company in Gamebridge that is so committed to elevating women's sports. I can't wait to return to Tampa in November to play in the Pro-Am with the best women golfers.
Let's be real, Annika Sorenstam doesn't hand out compliments just to be nice. So when she said Caitlin Clark brought a great dynamic and praised her passion and competitiveness, that meant something. Annika's a legend. She's seen every kind of celebrity golfer come through these pro-ams. You've got the ones who show up for photo ops and the ones who show up to compete. Caitlin's clearly the latter. Annika's words weren't just polite, they were pure respect. That's the ultimate endorsement. One elite athlete recognizing another. Caitlin's competitive edge isn't for show. It's what truly separates her from every other crossover star who's ever picked up a golf club.
Crowds were amazing. We are excited for her return to the Annika in November, Sorenstam said in a statement. She's added such a great dynamic to our event, and her passion for golf competitiveness were fun to witness firsthand. You know who's also extremely competitive at golf? Michael Jordan will rip your heart out. He's competitive at everything. But, just throwing a couple of...
Okay, IndyCar drivers serving as caddies? That pretty much says it all. Just look at the ecosystem that's forming around Caitlin Clark LPGA pros, major racing stars, Gamebridge execs, and thousands of fans, all coming together in one place because she's there. That's not just hype, that's pure cultural gravity. This is exactly how crossover icons are born. Tiger had it, Jordan had it, Serena had it, and now Caitlin's building it right in front of our eyes.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop it. Stop it. They said the Golf Channel went live during her round and had a reporter interview Clark on a walk down the fairway. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. Most groups had a handful, sometimes a dozen followers. Clark had thousands.
Listen to this line from Annika Sorenstam. "I look forward to having her back and continuing to introduce the great game of golf to the next generation." That one sentence should absolutely terrify the WNBA. A Hall of Famer from another sport sees Caitlin Clark as a bridge to an entirely new audience. She's a generational marketing force, someone who can grow golf among fans who've never even watched a round before. Annika gets it completely. Fans don't just follow Caitlin, they move with her. And Annika's smart enough to turn that loyalty into growth for her own sport. Meanwhile, the WNBA still hasn't cracked that code. Where's the strategy? Where's the accessibility, the protection, the plan for their biggest star? Or are they just hoping the momentum somehow builds itself again?
I look forward to having her back and continuing to introduce the great game of golf to the next generation. Clark, the Iowa star and leading scorer in college basketball history, has taken the WNBA world by storm since she was the #1 draft pick by the Indiana Fever in 2024. Goes on to talk about she was limited to 13 games this year. Her presence at the Annika last year attracted big crowds that swelled into the thousands. Interest was so high, The Athletic even sent a video of Clark's swing to a golf course for analysis.
Let's get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Caitlin Clark, for her second offseason, she will
All right, so the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, is officially set to take over the show, and that's not an exaggeration. That's literally how people are describing this event. She's not just showing up or making an appearance, she's taking over. That's the vibe, that's the energy, and the LPGA isn't running from it one bit. They're leaning in completely because they know exactly who the main attraction is.